Three, two, one.
Welcome back to episode. Is it 19 or 20? 19 or 20. And here, our new guest, Willan Armes, who I haven't spoken to in like 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Prior to my professional Fortnite career. So, it's like pretty original. So, tell us about yourself.
My name is Willan Armes. I live in North Hollywood, and I just graduated high school. On my way to college, start a new chapter in my life. I'm very excited. I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity to play college baseball, so that's pretty exciting. That's probably the thing I'm most excited about, and then foreseeable future. So yeah.
So what college are you going to?
I'm going to be attending Houghton University.
Houghton, where's that?
It's in New York. It's a small,
New York.
Small Christian liberal arts school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're a Division III, so.
Okay. Are they upstate?
Kind of southwestern part of New York, so 2 hours away from Buffalo.
Okay.
Very rural, like farmland, and kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's a really good school.
Why'd you choose that school? Because of baseball, or
yeah,
other
a little bit
factors?
because of baseball. My faith is very important to me, so I wanted to have a Christ-centered college experience, and my parents went there. They met there. It's a whole family school. My sisters go there right now, so
Really?
yeah. So I went there, and they liked the way I played, so yeah.
So you're like a legacy student in a way.
Yeah.
Are your parents from there, or how did they find that
So
out?
my mom was born in Africa because my grandparents were missionaries.
Okay.
But yeah, their American home was in New York. They have a farm over there, about two hours away from the college. And then my dad grew up in Pennsylvania. He grew up in Erie, and so they both went to that college and met
School
there.
together.
So.
Oh. And then how did they end up here?
My dad's work. So my dad's an editor.
Oh.
Yeah, he works in the NBC Universal Tower in by Universal Studios.
Okay.
So so he needed work, and it's more common for editors to find work here in LA.
Yeah.
So,
How many siblings do you have?
I got three.
3?
I have 2 older sisters and 1 older brother. So I'm a
And
baby.
do only the sisters go to that college, or did your brother go to?
No, only the sisters. My brother went to Cal State Long Beach.
Oh, okay. And so, have you been a baseball player your whole life? Because I swore you were, but I had like no definitive proof.
Yeah. I started playing. I mean, unofficially, I've been playing my whole life, but I started playing for a team when I was 5 years old. I started a little bit of rec, and then I started on travel, also at 5. And so I was kind of balancing the two, and then I kind of stuck with travel until high school, club ball, and then played for the Sean Burroughs Bears, yeah.
Okay. And wait, what is like travel and rec?
So
is rec like recreational?
Yeah,
Okay.
rec is for like a park, say like Toluca or something.
Okay.
And then travel's like your own separate organization. You pay dues for, you hire a coach, and you go to different tournaments and stuff. Yeah.
And what team were you part of?
I was a part of a lot of teams. I kind of bounced around because some teams would disband, some teams would break up. Probably the biggest one, which was a while ago when I was like, I want to say 8, I think it was. I played for the SoCal Beast, but that's like, I don't think anyone knows what that is anymore. But it was fun, yeah.
How did these like teams disband?
Sometimes it'd be lots of drama with the coach,
I was assuming
with
that.
parents. Sometimes it'd be a money issue. I don't know. I mean, I was young, so my parents dealt with all that.
Okay.
I just went out and played.
So, how expensive was it to be part of those teams?
I have no idea because my parents
did
kind of took care of all that. But I think as I got older, when I was like 13, 14, when I was getting to know a little bit more of the details, I think it's like $100 a month.
100 a month.
Yeah, for this summer, I'm playing with the East LA Dodgers, and they're another club team, and they were like $600 for the whole summer. So
Okay.
it's a little more expensive, but you kind of get what you pay for. They put you in better tournaments, and yeah.
You know how big teams have like stadiums?
Yeah.
Do you guys have parks, or do you share?
Yeah, we kind of share. We go to private, like we play at we played at Glendale Community College's field, Stangl Field. We played at Cal State LA's field. We kind of our coach will get fields for us. He'll take care of that. Last year we played at Angel Stadium, but I wasn't on the team then. I just heard about that. So, yeah.
So, you don't have to travel too far, right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Are there? You know how like for schools they want you to go to your local school, like the school closest to you.
For what? Like
So
for
like
college?
just in general, like high schools. Like they want you to go to the closest school.
Yeah.
In your region. Like, are you allowed to join? Let's say I want to join a team in Anaheim. Would they let me? Or yeah.
Yeah.
Even considering the fact that we're all the way up.
Yeah, if it's like a club team, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
If
interesting.
you're talking about like high school, then no, you would have to find a reason to leave your district. You know? So I was able to go to even though I lived in North Hollywood for a high school, my neighboring school would have been East Valley. But since my mom works in Burbank and she works for BUSD, she's a teacher at Providencia Elementary School. I was able to go to a high school. They let me go to a high school in Burbank.
Okay.
So
Where was your middle school? Okay, so what was your middle school name again?
Walter Reed Middle School.
Walter Reed. I've never heard of that middle
Really?
school. Yeah, never.
It's a middle. It's in like Studio City. It's right next to NoHo High. You've heard of NoHo High?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's like near there. Okay.
It's right down the street.
Oh, really? Okay. Kind of like Stratton. Okay. And is it part of LAUSD?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
So only your high school was
BUSD.
BUSD.
Yep.
What happened to your email and all that stuff?
Like for LAUSD, my LSU email, I have no idea what happened to it. I just transferred over. They gave me a new email. I'm guessing it was just like discontinued, just like when you leave high school, like your email is discontinued. But yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I still have my email.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be reading old messages.
Really?
I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I go to like 2015 and I start looking at stuff. Yeah. Dude, I made like the most random Google slides of all time. It was so weird. You remember the computer lab?
Yeah. At Vina?
Yeah. I would
with what was his name? That one guy, he always had like the slick back hair, but like their sides were shaved. You know what I'm talking about? He was kind of bigger. He was a staff member.
He was?
Yeah.
I don't really remember the staff members
Really?
from Vina. No, I just remember the teachers. I remember there was only one dude as a teacher.
Miss Richardson. I remember Miss Richardson. You remember Miss Richardson?
Richardson?
Yeah.
No.
She was
what
like
grade?
what?
What grade?
She wasn't a teacher. She was like she was a principal at one point. She was like assistant principal.
Richardson. The one I remember was like, I think it was Nickel or something like that.
Nichols.
Just Nichols?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, yeah, I
she
do
was a
remember that
principal
one.
like when we were younger.
Yeah. I remembered about all this stuff because I was looking through like boxes of just random stuff, and then I found all the yearbooks that I bought.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a yearbook till 5th grade. Like that's what it was since my whole like life.
Yeah.
I would only buy a yearbook like
When you
my
were leaving.
final year.
So I accidentally did that with 8th grade and senior year, so high school and middle school. But I low-key regret that just because I feel like it's funny looking like at yearbooks from when I was a freshman, because I would remember seeing these people, but I completely forgot about them.
Yeah, I feel like
where they are.
I feel like maybe I think the smart move would be to
It's really unstable. Do you want to get something?
1 hour later.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the yearbooks.
Yearbooks, yeah. The smart move I think would be to go freshman and senior year because then you get to see who are older than you and who is younger than you. You know?
Yeah, that's true. You see everyone.
Yeah, I feel like since I only got it when I was graduating, I didn't get to see a lot of the people that were older than me that I made friends with. You know.
Were you in varsity baseball your whole time there?
No. I was on Frosh for 2 years.
Frosh?
Yes, I was on Frosh as a sophomore, and then I was on junior. I was JV as a junior, and then varsity as a senior. And I was the only person on varsity to have been a sophomore on Frosh, which was really hard. Yeah, because I didn't get much looks by the coaches. I kind of had to make myself known. You know, it was an uphill battle the whole time, the whole 4 years. It was really difficult, but it definitely taught me patience. And yeah, I got stronger from it for sure as a person. Yeah.
I don't even think our school had enough players to have Frosh.
Really?
Yeah, we would low-key just put people on varsity. You're forced to be varsity once you're senior, right?
Yeah, well, or you're cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with JV. You can't be a senior on JV. Yeah. And you can't be a junior on Frosh. That's what it is.
Oh, you can't be junior on Frosh.
Yeah, you can't be a junior on Frosh, and you can't be a senior on JV.
How's that process like going up? Are there? So I'm assuming there are different coaches for each of the
Yeah.
tiers. Are they like in close communications or?
I don't. I think yes, they're in close communications, but I think the varsity coach, depending on who it is, like they'll take into account the other coaches' opinions and the other what the other coaches say. But at Burroughs specifically, the varsity coach kind of makes the decisions himself. You know, like so. He kind of works with everyone. I'd say he has the most baseball experience out of all the coaches. So he kind of knows what he's talking about.
He's like a purple skull trooper.
Say again.
He's like a purple skull trooper.
I don't know Fortnite terms. I don't play Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite.
He's like an OG though. Like he's like
yeah.
He's goated. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Do you how often do you practice? Like how much time does? Cause I'm gonna be honest, I've never played a sport in my whole career. I use a soccer ball sometimes. But
it depends. It really depends on your character and how badly you want to get better.
Okay.
But throughout the different teams in high school, they'll have their own different schedules. Because you don't want two different teams on the same field at once, unless they're trying to do an inter squad or something.
What's inter squad?
It's like a scrimmage between the two teams, between your own two teams.
I want beef.
But some, like how it worked at Burroughs is the different teams have different off days, and when you get to varsity, you don't have an off day. So it's Monday through Friday, and then in the fall you'll play on Saturday, stuff like that. So that for varsity, you practice and you lift every day. For JV, you have 1 day off. Frosh, I think you have 1 day off, but then you only practice 1 day, and then you'll only lift another day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it worked when I was there. But things are changing. So as soon as you leave, stuff's changing. So
Yeah?
it could be
Things are
different now.
changing
Yeah, So
So, do you know what teams were like really good? Even though you were, what is it, BUSD?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you were BUSD, you versed other schools that were like
Yeah.
LUSD, right? What were the notable teams?
For our league, which is like we had Arcadia, we had CV, us, South Pasadena, Burbank High, and Glendale too. And the notable teams. Oh, and Muir was in our league too, I think, and Hoover. So the notable teams were Arcadia, CV, and us. Usually led the pack at the top every year. Arcadia has definitely won the league the most. They're pretty consistently good. And then CV's always a tough battle, whether it's us or them winning. We split a lot of the time. Some years we'll sweep, some years they'll sweep. It's like, it's kind of back and forth.
Goes back and forth,
Yeah, and every year we're like, oh, this is our year, Every team says that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
And do people show up to these games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People from the different schools. Once you get to playoffs, it gets pretty packed. Yeah.
So what is your like league called? Your division, like what's its name?
Oh shoot. I actually don't know. I forget what it's called. I think it's something Hills or something like that. Yeah.
So are different groups of schools in different like leagues?
Yeah, I think I don't know how they divide it up regionally, or I don't know how it works, because sometimes we'll have a school that's closer to us that won't be in our league, But yeah.
So what is CIF? Do you know?
Yeah,
I never
it's
understood.
like the organization that oversees all of California's
All?
Yeah, I think all of
okay.
all of California's athletic teams or high school
Okay.
school athletic teams, and in that there's different regions, different sections, because sometimes you'll have city section, which is like what NoHo's in, and they'll have different division, like NoHo North Hollywood is city section division 1. They just won the CIF city section division 1 championship, but it's different competition than say our southern section. Like we're in southern section CIF, where we'll face teams that are a lot harder. Bigger
And
guys.
is there like relegation and delegation where like the best team of one division goes up to the next one?
Yes. So
Okay.
for example, Burroughs won Division 5 in 2022, and we moved up to Division 2 the next year.
Well, that was a jumped him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who decides that and why they decide that many. Yeah, it's crazy. And then we bumped down to like D4 the next year. So I know it's pretty crazy, but that's I feel like that's baseball too. It's with any sport. Like the best team can lose to the worst team can beat the best team. Like you never know.
Sounds like they use like artificial intelligence. John didn't know what to do. That's
AI,
funny.
man, it's scary.
So NoHo is going to bump up a division since they finished.
Well,
first?
they're I don't know. They're in
D1
D1,
already.
So they might move sections. Maybe is
Okay,
what I'm
that's
guessing.
what I'm thinking, right?
Because they're in city section, they might go to a different section now. I don't know.
If
I don't know how that works.
If I was CIF, what I would do was I would split because it's only California, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would split the state into 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, like 4 sections, right? Just 4.
It's a big state though. You'd only go 4 sections.
I'm assuming the teams have planes, but they don't. Here, let me think. Okay, let's say it was easier to like go from city to city. It's 4 sections, 5 divisions in each. Whoever wins, the top 3 of the division in each section are then added to a Champions League. And this runs from like November. Wait, okay. When did the season run? When does the season run? Like regular?
It's like from I think April. Is it only April to May? It might be only April, early
short, no?
April to end of May. Yeah, but then you do playoffs. So the season's
okay.
the season's like April to May, and then playoffs can go through the end of school. Sometimes after school too.
I would then do it so that the top 3 in each division. So that would be 12. Oh, but you need 12 plus 4 is 16, right? So the top 4 in each section of the 4 sections in the state, they go through to a round of 16. So it's like another playoff.
Okay.
And you call this the Champions League.
The Champions League.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you guys just play from there, and then Victor picks up this massive trophy.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
A lot of good teams in California.
I think that'd be impossible though, because you'd have to travel so much, and I'm assuming there's not enough planes or anything like that.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Do you think there are any schools out there that have like proper private jets?
I mean, I'll bet for sure in the U.S.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it probably depends on how much money their school has, how much money somebody's
Sierra
willing
Canyon.
to donate. But there might be a school with a private jet. I have no clue, but definitely with some fancy buses. I know that.
Yeah, you've seen?
Yeah, fancy
Okay.
charter buses for sure.
So, as an athlete, do you think Bronny James deserves to be in the NBA?
I mean, I trust the people who decide that. You know, I trust the people in charge of the NBA and of all these athletic organizations, of all the professional. Like, they've been doing this their whole life. They know more about this than any of us. So if they think he's ready, then
He was
I
like
think he's ready.
50th something pick. So it's not like they're expecting too much. I have seen some unnecessary hate, but yeah, what sports do you watch?
I don't watch a lot of sports.
Okay.
I just go out there and play. I go out there and play baseball.
I got you.
I don't really fill my head with any of that stuff, but yeah, I do like the Dodgers. So yeah, I'll watch some baseball here and there, but my family doesn't have cable, so we don't get to watch a lot of games. But yeah.
Are you on that YouTube Premium?
No, I don't. No, we don't have YouTube Premium.
So
either.
I want you to run me through like your day.
Okay, usually I'll wake up at like this is summer, right? So during the school year, if I'm locked in, then I'll wake up early. Like this coming fall, I'll probably wake up at like 6:30 or something like that. I get some early work in because you got early work with the collegiate teams. But right now for summer, since I'm enjoying my days, I'll wake up around like 10:30, 11.
Okay.
I'll sleep in pretty late, trying to get more than 10 hours of sleep a night, you know, because I'm growing, trying to grow.
Max out your stats.
Max out my stats, exactly, height, strength. So I'll wake up around that. I'll make some brunch. I'll eat. I'll get ready for the day, and then I'll go and I'll text my friends if they're gonna go over to the field, and we'll go over to Burroughs, even though I already graduated, and we'll lift together. We'll hit together. Sometimes I'll take some ground balls, throw a little bit, stretch a lot because I'm playing games and doing all this. So you got to keep your body healthy, and you don't want to get injured, especially going into college, trying to prove yourself, trying to get a starting spot. You don't want to get injured. So I'll go over there, get some work in. Then it'll be like 3, 4 o'clock. Maybe I'll go out to eat, or I'll go home, make some more food, and then I'll chill out with the family. I'll get some work done for college. Like I got my athletic forms to turn in and get some textbooks. Like I got that stuff to work on. Trying to get my Eagle Scout too for Boy Scouts. So
okay, he was telling me about that. How you weren't gonna be free in like 2 days or something like that.
2 days. What's in 2 days?
It's the 25th.
I don't remember. What's 2 days?
You
Wednesday?
said you were only free today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
tomorrow, and then
Wednesday.
oh yeah, Thursday at 7 I have a game.
Oh, okay.
So I
7
couldn't-
a.m. or p.m.
PM.
Oh, p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it'll be dinner time. I'll eat dinner, maybe watch a couple episodes of a show with my family, and sometimes I'll go out with friends, be out late, but then again, I just sleep in until 11
Okay.
anyway. So
I got you.
Those are
And
my
so, what
days.
time did you wake up today?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got ready, left the house at like 11:15.
Do you drive?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Yeah, I'm learning how to drive barely.
It's fun, huh?
Yeah, kind of. It's low key scary. Feels like GTA kind of, but I can't.
What do
use
you
the
drive?
sidewalks.
What car do you drive?
It's my mom's. I think it's a Honda Accord Sport 2019.
Nice.
I think.
Nice. That's nice, though.
Yeah, you think so?
That's nice.
But yeah, and now like I can't. I think GTA creates this false perspective in your head that you could use sidewalks when you can't. So it's kind of like.
It's a good thing I don't play GTA.
unfair.
Man.
You don't.
No.
You play any games?
I play some Minecraft, but
Minecraft, that's good.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Just
We actually,
Minecraft.
I have a. Well, I haven't played yet, but this dude has this like Minecraft server. Do you have the gun mod or no?
No.
No. Yeah. Well, he was supposed to add a gun mod. But we just never did.
Over quarantine, I got really good at Hypixel Bed Wars.
Dude,
So I
Really?
played Java Edition, dude. I was obsessed. I learned how to God Bridge. I got a Bloody 8 Bedless. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but
it's a type of mouse.
it's a type of mouse, dude. I was obsessed. It was crazy. I was a sweat.
Dude, guys,
Yeah.
I used to grind like both Skywars and like PvP. You know, like
Mhm.
the duels. That was my main
The
thing.
duels with the
Yeah.
fishing rod and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fishing rod.
Yeah, there's a fishing rod. It counteracts combos. Like it stops you from getting comboed by somebody, and it also starts combo for you. It won't do damage, but it'll tick them acting like it's doing damage, so that you can start a combo.
Do you think you could have gone pro in that if you wanted to?
There's
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the only pro, like you would just make videos. You would just make videos if you
Oh.
want it, and then you would get money for it. But
If I was the president of CIF, I would
going
create
back,
a pro league of
Mojang doesn't allow. for
No?
these.
It doesn't. Why?
Because they want the game, quote unquote, they want the game to seem like very family friendly,
Okay.
very, like not competitive.
Look, it's easier to create a sports league in esports because it's so easy to play against the other teams if they're from another city because it's all online,
hmm
as compared to like having to
yeah,
travel
physical stuff. Yeah,
there.
yeah. The
Um,
world's definitely becoming more and more online.
Yeah, it
For
is.
sure, for
Facts. Would you believe me if I told you I was an AI? Like I wasn't actually here.
You're trolling. You're trolling.
I was like a hologram, like from the.
I don't know, man. I don't use ChatGPT. I
don't?
don't use any of that stuff. I got friends who are like, oh, we got an assignment. We'll just put it in ChatGPT and stuff. But I'm worried. I don't know why. I'm scared.
It is.
I can't trust it. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. It's scary. I use it like for fun because it's kind of just interesting how it even works in the first place. You feel me?
Mhm.
It's just weird. We used it to we have like an email template to invite people on. And I asked ChatGPT to make it seem like a text message, and it low-key did a trash job.
Wow.
What do
You know,
think
you
of
know
it?
what blows me away though is the human mind creating that.
Artificial
You know what I
intelligence,
mean? Yeah.
No,
like,
I
it's
saw.
like-
Yeah, have you ever seen the meme where it's like a tree in a grass field, and it's like, how did we make Wi-Fi out of this?
no, literally. Yeah, I don't know how this came about. Like,
Yeah. Just I think it's all like the manipulation of waves, right? At the end of the day,
mhm.
like
Ripple effect.
yeah, that's all how it is. Just slowly
Yeah.
progressing. Yeah. No, but seeing where it goes is gonna be interesting.
For sure.
I don't think it's gonna impact. Well, I'm assuming all you do is sports, but I don't think it's ever gonna really impact sports because part of the reason people watch it is because it's real players.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, they talked about having robot umpires.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Less bias.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, less bias, more. It's like objectivity. But I don't know. I feel like that's part of the fun of the game.
Yeah, right?
Is
Like having a trash-
having a human umpire make mistakes. Like
part of it.
it's more entertaining, but also it makes it just
Yeah.
makes for a fun turn. You never know what's
Exactly,
gonna happen.
For WNBA, there's people that use AI to like more accurately predict the outcome of the game and bet accordingly.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
always
crazy.
been a thing.
Did you see
You know-
that? Did you see that one video of that guy who's like, "Oh, I got $100,000 because I told my friend to streak the Super Bowl." Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
Isn't
He
that
earns,
a-
and then he paid for his bail too. So
Yeah.
He paid
No,
for
that
it.
was a genius move.
That
But
really was.
isn't-
I don't know why they would
that's
have
what I was
something
about to
like
say.
that,
That's
though.
illegal. You can't. You can't bet on something and then you proceed to do it. In a
I
way.
know, and then he
Yeah.
posts about that too. Like,
But I mean, if he paid off his bail, that was crazy.
I know.
But you realize how much money he would have lost if he wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, that'd
Like, he
be
wasn't able to
crazy.
streak. That's so funny though.
I know.
You watch the NFL much or just the Super Bowl?
No, just really just the Super Bowl.
Me too.
My team's the Cowboys, but
Mm.
every year we look really good, and then we choke in playoffs every
I
year.
had a guest who was a Cowboys fan. I actually think that was the title of the video. It was
Uh-huh.
Cowboys fanatic. And he was a fan because his dad was a fan.
Yeah, that's me
because,
too.
Yeah, when I'm assuming when your dads were into them, they were like,
Really good.
One of the
Yeah,
best
exactly.
teams.
That was the story. Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad hopped on the bandwagon when he was in like second grade when they were good.
second grade. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was something like that.
Uh-huh.
Back in like early 80s.
90s.
Yeah,
yeah,
something
early
like that.
80s to 90s.
And
And
so
they just fell off.
yeah, and then when they were bad, he stuck with them. So he kind
Maybe it'll
of
pay off though.
earned off. Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
in
one
40
of these
years.
one of these years. Yeah,
Your grandkids are gonna.
I saw
gonna be happy.
I saw a reel that was like, this was like last year or 2 years ago or something like that. It was like AI was predicting like Madden was predicting or whatever, like the Super Bowl winner or whatever, and it ran through. It wasn't AI, but it was like a simulation. Like it was like simulation
Yeah.
of like
Each game.
what teams beat what, and the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. I got so hyped. I was like, let's go, it's gonna happen. And then we lost to the Packers. So
That's kind of crazy.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Do you watch soccer at all?
No, I
No.
don't. I watched the World Cup.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Argentina. It was
You were?
great. Yeah.
Oh, for real? That's
Yeah,
good.
I like
they
Messi.
won. They won another tournament this month, the Copa America. I only watch international soccer. I don't really watch like club, because I don't really know how the schedules work. That's also one of the reasons I don't watch sports. I don't know where to watch them, and I also don't know how the seasons work.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
kinda
know. There's so
confusing
many
to me
different. Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. So yeah. And jumping, I kind of want to go back to your like baseball career.
Okay.
What was your initial reaction being on Frosh, especially since you played
As a
since you
sophomore,
were
or as a freshman.
freshman?
As a freshman, I was kind of just like, okay, like
You're on.
yeah, I'm on the team. It's time to work. Like, I wanted to go up to JV the next year. I feel like a lot of middle schoolers coming into high school, like throughout the years, like they were paying the coach. Like, the coach kind of worked for them, So,
You think so?
yeah, throughout middle school and stuff, like when they're playing club. And so the coaches are obviously going to give them confidence, because I feel like baseball is definitely a game of confidence. I'm kind of going off a tangent here, but you have a lot of confidence. You have a lot of pride in yourself going into high school. And I feel like there's always that one humbling experience for a lot of players. I feel like they come into high school thinking they're all that. And yes, baseball is a game of confidence, but you have to be humble. You have to understand that you're gonna fail more times than you succeed. You have to be prepared for that failure, and it's very mental. So you have to be willing to fight through that failure and go out with every opportunity thinking you're gonna succeed. So going into high school, I came in with a lot of this confidence and stuff, and even as a freshman on Frosh, I still had that confidence. And then knowing that I was going to be a sophomore on Frosh like that next year, that was kind of like the devastating blow to my confidence. It definitely humbled me, but yeah.
When do you find that out?
Before the season starts. So like
Okay.
throughout fall, it's kind of like throughout. I think when does it happen? I think it might be right before the fall season starts.
Okay.
So summer, that's what it is. Sorry. It wasn't before season. It was before fall.
Okay.
Throughout the summer, your whole summer is kind of like your tryout. You play for the summer teams,
Mm-hmm.
and also the previous year is your tryout. He's really good. The coaches are really good about giving you opportunities to prove yourself, I feel like. But yeah, so it's kind of a long.
What was it demotivating? What for transitioning into sophomore and then finding out you're still in Frosh?
100%. Yeah. It was definitely hard, but I don't know. The competition was easier, so I was doing better in games.
Okay.
As when I was a sophomore playing freshman, so I was doing really well, and also just messing around with those people that are a year younger than me. Going into that, you don't have as much respect as you would if you were on the team, with your age. So if I was on JV as a sophomore, I definitely had more respect. But when I was a sophomore on Frosh and I got freshmen coming in, I'd already been there for a year, right? I kind of had that respect already, and so it was nice to mess around with people who respect you, and it's just a fun team. Like my best year, I want to say, like the most fun I had was junior on JV. Junior on JV, that was such a fun year. Loved messing around with the coaches and the players. It was just, I feel like I had a smile on my face every game,
And then what happened in Varsity? So first of all, was it like, did you feel good now that you made it to Varsity?
Yeah, but it wasn't like, I didn't have a starting spot, know? So
your bench?
What?
Were you on the bench?
Yeah, I was on. I mean, I played the games that didn't matter really.
Okay.
But the person in my spot was the other commit on the team. He was committed to a D3 in Oregon. He's really good. He was on Varsity all 4 years. Great guy too. So I wasn't mad about that. But one thing that I was disappointed in was that the coach didn't find another place for me in the infield when he could have. So that multiple commits on his team, because we were the only 2 seniors committed out of 13. Out of 13 seniors. So.
And even though you were one of 2, you can.
He didn't. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Shoot.
You're gonna say something about not having a starting spot?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like I feel like I'm proud of myself. I'm pretty proud of myself for finding a way to continue my baseball career when the odds were against me, after not playing a lot for the last 4 years, with a starting spot on a team that's like your age group, So I'm very thankful and happy that my career is continuing, because I really do love to play. It's really fun.
Yeah. So, has it really hit you that you're moving across the entire country?
Yeah, I mean, I went and visited there. I went for a prospect camp. That's when I knew that I should go.
What's a prospect camp?
It's where they invite players to come out and show their talents, basically, and they can see the prospective students, so the students that are going to be coming in. Yeah, but also I have so much family over there. I don't think it's going to feel as much of a change as it would be if I was moving to a totally new school,
Without any connections.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I find it interesting how they're from there. Yeah. So, how much of your family lives there? Majority, right?
Well, it's kind of been like people have moved over the years, but my grandparents live on a farm over there, and that's kind of like the home base. So like during like Christmas time or something,
you guys all go back.
Yeah, we all go back. When we were younger, like elementary school, kind of when we knew each other, we would have these things called cousin camps, where like all the cousins, like all the kid cousins, it was easier back then because we didn't have as much schooling and stuff. We would all fly to the farm, and it'd just be like this. Yeah, it was so much fun. And my aunt and uncle, one of the families lives across the street, like a neighboring farm. It's really beautiful over there. It's like,
do you have pictures?
Yeah, I might have a picture.
Yeah, I want to see those. I was gonna ask you. Wait, so you guys flew without like parents? It was just you cousins?
No. We had parents. Like the whole families.
Okay. Cousin camp.
Yeah, cousin camp is what we called them. Where is it? Yeah, it snows over there too.
Oh, you? Yeah.
Yeah. This wasn't the farm, but this was a trip we took.
Oh, okay.
Nice
little
drive, up the mountain.
If you want, you can send those to me so I could show put it in editing. Or send them to season.
Like that's sick, right? It's like fishing too.
Do you fish?
I like to. I don't often. I love it when I do. I've only gone a couple of times, and my equipment isn't the best that I have, but it's really fun. It's
Can you
really
fish
fun.
around this area?
That's the thing. I don't know. I've heard like I asked my friend who he really likes to fish. He goes. I think it might be illegal, but he goes on piers sometimes and he fishes over there. But I'm sure there's lakes you can find. But the thing is, like the water over here is what he's talking about is more dirty. So you wouldn't want anything you catch. You definitely want to release.
Yeah. Okay.
Despite even if the rules say catch or release or don't, you want to release them because they won't be the best.
Poison you.
Yeah, they won't be the best tasting.
They got like camera chips in them.
I don't know. I've heard. Have you guys? A while ago, I heard a theory as like pigeons are government spies.
I've heard
because they're
that.
always under like bridges where there are no security cameras. You know.
So I've heard of that since middle school. It was this account that I followed called Birds Aren't Real.
Yeah.
And they were talking about pigeons being cameras. I just think pigeons aren't meant to be in the wilderness. You know they're domesticated, right? They're just feral.
I believe it. I didn't know that, but I'll believe it.
Yeah, like they're like seeing a pigeon out in the street is kind of like seeing a cat out in the street.
Yeah.
Like they're not really meant to live out there because they're supposed to be like around humans all the time. And so, that's why Mike Tyson had some. I talked about this last episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Mike Tyson had pigeons, because they're supposed to be pets. And so I just think that they suck so bad at living in the wild that
they don't have the
they
instincts.
just low-key, they're like homeless people, right? Like they live under bridges.
Under bridges and
They
stuff.
live in the cities, on the streets, feel me? It's the same way, I think. They're never scared. Notice how like it's way harder to scare a pigeon than like any other bird.
I feel bad for a lot of homeless people.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely a problem around here, and some of them are there because they couldn't help it, and others are because of addictions. And either way, I feel bad for them either way. But when I see somebody asking for money, I always think twice because, like, what are they going to spend that money
Exactly,
on?
that's what it's-
I prefer to give them food.
Yeah.
I prefer to give them food or water or,
I think the sad part is that, like you said, some people get there through addiction and then some people get there through unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah.
But I think what also happens sometimes is the people that get there through the circumstances, like let's say they lose their house due to something bad, they end up on the streets so long that eventually they do become addicted to substances.
Yeah.
Like, because, if everyone around you is shooting up heroin, eventually with months
Dude,
or years.
I'm scared of all this fentanyl, dude.
Yeah, fentanyl?
Yes. Isn't there I saw this video of a cop getting stuck by one. Like he got like a syringe in
for
his
real?
neck. Yeah.
Did he
And then
die?
he was like, I don't know. That's the thing, dude. It's like all these like little like videos. There's like just enough to latch you on, but then not enough to give you like information so you know whether it's true or not, or like all the information,
Yeah, that's what's like, and you could like just threaten people and bluff at the same time. Like I could have a needle, say, oh, there's like fentanyl in here, but I'm lying just so that people get away from me. Right?
Yeah, because fear is very
weird.
powerful,
Yeah,
dude.
I couldn't, dude. I do have respect for cops that work in those scenarios out in the street. I just feel like that's like a job I just personally would never do. That's scary. I'd have like a neck bracelet all the times. I'd have a SWAT mask.
Yeah,
And then I'd have
yeah.
like a shield, dude. That's kind of, it's interesting. That's why like when those sort of scenarios break out, like sometimes cops do mess up, but at the same time I'm in a way understand it because it's like things build up to that point,
It's also, I feel like no matter what profession you are in, like you're gonna mess up.
Yeah,
like
and
that's just
exactly.
in our human nature.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, as people who are like of sin, like we're gonna mess up, like no matter what profession you're in. So
if you're a chef and you mess up and like you drop a rat in someone's soup, it's not as serious as accidentally shooting someone. Just things happen, but sometimes it is unfair. Like sometimes things are messed up, and obviously in the media you're probably gonna see more things that are just like messed up.
yeah,
But yeah, I think the homeless problem to me, I have a teacher who my dad shares the same sort of idea, where we group up the homeless people and we like send them to like we create a city for them and we try to like help them recover. And I don't know why my dad says that, but the teacher that says that, he's a pretty smart dude. His name is I don't know if I'm gonna say his name, but he's pretty smart. And so I think to a certain extent, maybe, you know, he's thought of this before, and maybe he has like enough credibility to say that and for it to like be done. How do I say this? Like, if it were to be done, maybe there's a chance it's successful because of who's saying it. Like, I know that dude isn't just gonna say something dumb. Yeah. So I don't know how that'll work. I also feel like to a certain extent, maybe they do want homeless people because they get more money to deal with them. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure though. That's what's so interesting about, like, you know, the government and all that I don't really talk about, because you just never really know what's going on. Yeah. It's possible to make everything a conspiracy theory, but that doesn't mean everything is. Like, you could say anything. I could say that bro got killed 2 years ago and this is a clone. But like,
then the question becomes, what is objective truth?
Yeah, like exactly. Everything could be a conspiracy. So I feel like you should just like relax and just chill out and assume everything's like truthful, or else you'll become depressed. Yeah. I was gonna say also, like, back to the homeless thing, there's a really good organization called Door of Hope. They help homeless people a lot. Like after church service, at my parents' church, it's called Grace Pasadena. They'll go out and they'll go hand out free lunches to all the homeless people in the park. And it's just a great way to spread, you know. And then if there's a question about the gospel or something, like, it's a great way to spread the good news, you know. And do you spread the faith?
Yeah.
Like, do you have like
yeah, especially with like baseball in these last 4 years, like, throughout all this hard work that my teammates, all the people around me put in together, like, when we're put through suffering together, like, it's a great way to show them how, you know, how to deal with it. And I've gotten a good opportunity with a couple of the guys to share why I'm the way that I am and my faith. So
I do think religious people are more dedicated, just because to stay faithful and all that. It's like, it's a test of like merit and strength, and so you're more likely to be like really dedicated to something. That also happens a lot in, you know, Islam.
Yeah, I feel like it depends where you put your value in something, you know. So whether you put your value, I'm just gonna go back to using a sport for example. Like, if you put your value in football or baseball or something, like, if you really value that thing, you're gonna be dedicated to it. You know what I mean? But if you value Jesus, and if you value your faith, and if you value your walk, you're going to become more dedicated to that and look more like that type of person, you know.
I get you. Yeah. I mean, so how many do you think there are any homeless that go to that park knowing that they're going to get a meal?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's on their conscience to be like, why do they keep giving me meals even though I've been here for so long? Like, why they know that I'm gonna be taking advantage of them, why do they still let me do it?
Oh, that's fast. So they question it, and then they become religious. Ooh, think about that.
Yeah.
I think the homeless situation for me will cross the line once I see a homeless on an airplane. You feel me? You know how, like, you see them on the street?
Yeah, but what do you mean by...
What if you hop on a plane and you see a homeless man, like, in the aisle?
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's when I'm, like, gonna be like, dang, this is crazy.
Why? Because, like, they'll have so much money to get on a plane? What do you mean?
No, like
what makes that crazy?
They're in planes now.
They fly now?
Like, they slowly, like, enter different
streets.
Oh,
like, migrate?
Yeah, so eventually you're going to find them, like, on planes. That'd be sick. That'd be crazy. I'd be like, dang. Yeah. You know what? I think eventually we are...
He's over here laughing and facepalming.
We're going to get to a point. So I have a belief that life is very, like, balanced, right? If something is leaning too much this way, it's eventually going to go back like that. Okay. Yeah, and so I do feel...
Every action has an equal opposite reaction.
Yeah, exactly. And I think eventually the homeless situation is going to fix itself in a way. I just think there's a breaking point.
But also, it's like, some of them want to be homeless. Like, I've heard some of them, it's like, they have a better life. Like, we think that they're so much, like, below us, but... Their whole worldview, their whole brain is, like, wired a different way now. They don't put like back to the value thing. Like, they don't put their value in like house or like material.
They
things.
feel free.
Like, and they're like going day to day more than we are. Like, they're taking every day more as a
Granted.
blessing
Yeah,
than
exactly.
what we are. Like I feel like we're so privileged out here
Yeah.
in America.
I realized that once. I think it was here, like somewhere, like in LA, like downtown, maybe around that area. They built a bunch of these like mini homes for the homeless.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
I don't even think a single person moved in, and if they did,
Wow.
they eventually left because a lot of them don't like to be constricted, and in a way, being homeless to them is freedom. Right? Let's say you're schizophrenic and your sort of view, like, you think everyone's after you. You're not gonna want to stay in a home. You're gonna want to like be out.
You don't
want to
be
just
trapped.
To keep running. Yeah, exactly. They feel trapped, and so they would rather be homeless. Yeah, and even if they didn't think like that, maybe they're just off too many drugs to really even be able to function in a home. So they just can't stay there. We need proper backing. We can't just build houses and expect them to move in. You need to be able to assist them, and that'll be a lot more work. Like build institutions that genuinely, change people's lives. Because the whole thing about rehab as well is that a lot of rehab centers want you to already be sober before you go in, which is like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it's difficult, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think eventually we're going to have some type of leader that...
Yeah, dude, this next election season has been crazy.
It has. Dude, I actually do find it... I've only been through like 5 elections.
Are you 18 yet?
No, not yet.
When are you turn?
October 24th.
So you're going to be able to vote then, huh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I've heard that you have to pre-register like October 20th.
Oh.
So I'm 4 days shy, but then my cousin.
But can
told me
you
there's a
register?
way.
Can you register before like you're 18 for in time? So like say you get like the registration card, can you just put down your birthday and then they'll be like, "Oh, he's going to be 18 by this time." You know what I mean?
I'm going to ask my cousin because he told me there is a way. I don't really remember exactly how. I don't think he explained it that well, but I do want to ask him.
Who do you think you're going to vote
I don't
for
know,
then
dude,
if
that's
you
the
can
thing.
vote?
Can you still vote Robert Kennedy? Or is it too late? Is he like
I
out?
don't know. I don't know if he's out yet.
He had a decent chunk for a third party.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I think elections
It's
are
rough.
so complicated, and then on top of that, the president doesn't have too much power.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
pretty
lot of it-
balanced.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty balanced.
Yeah.
If we elect the worst person on the planet, I don't think he can ruin.
But I mean,
the country
also
in one term.
like you saw the assassination attempt. Like
Oh, that was crazy.
If we elect the worst person, like there's always a chance he'll be assassinated.
Yeah,
because
that was insane.
yeah.
That was genuinely.
And I also think back to the thing like we were talking about homeless people feeling trapped. I feel like the reason that happened is because Americans are starting to feel a little bit trapped because of the two
Everything around it.
the two
Yeah.
candidates and so
the United States
know.
is getting old.
But you saw how like that was kind of crazy though, like
That was.
how close that rooftop was and how the Secret Service didn't cover
the
that. and-
director stepped down. I read this morning.
wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Mm,
I mean, like the number one best protection service in the world, and they don't like cover that rooftop. Not also that it's like not only that, but you see that thing where those civilians were pointing to him, trying to get the attention
Yeah,
of the
they
Secret
were-
Service, and it was a solid like 2 minutes before
Yeah.
of him crawling up on the roof. It's also like I feel like if you're Secret Service, even when you get a report of somebody crawling on a roof with a gun,
Immediately
you still
take
yeah
action.
you get
Yeah.
you get them off the stage just in
I've-
case. Like you take care of the threat, or you see if the threat's credible after.
That's what I
After
find
say.
so insane. Is like you said, the Secret Service is supposed to be like the top dogs of protection, and that was able to happen. I just find it kind of like dumb in a way. I think that was just a major slip up. It wasn't
Yeah.
even like anything minor. Like you
Yeah.
said, that dude was climbing up there for I think
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 minutes, and then he was up there for another few minutes.
And then you mentioned something about like conspiracy theories. Like everyone's
There are
making
some,
their
yeah.
own theory. Like, oh, it's all staged. He hired actors. Like,
I don't think so. Me personally,
know.
I
It's
believe
crazy.
I believe it was a genuine attempt, and all of that was a genuine reaction, and he just got super lucky. I don't think it was a conspiracy. 'Cause
yeah,
if
his head.
it
If
was,
his head didn't turn, dude,
that
that
would
was a
have been.
mercy, dude. Everyone would have seen that on live television.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my brother, dude. In another universe, if he didn't flick his head like right then and there would have been a live leak video of Trump getting his head
Yes,
shot off.
yes.
Kind of like I don't know if it was the governor of Pennsylvania. It was some dude who was like a political figure. He was getting charged with something, And according to himself, he was innocent. But it was a broadcast. It was during a meeting. He was handing out papers, and he had like a gun in a yellow envelope, and then he ended up shooting himself. And like that was on live, so we have videos of like him shooting himself.
Yeah, and the world is so online now. It would be everywhere.
Yeah,
Everyone would see.
It's crazy, dude. It's really crazy.
And America has been and is supposed to be, you know, the city on the
serious.
hill, like
Yeah.
the light to shine for everyone, you know,
Yeah,
like the
we don't-
model, and we are being like the worst model
close,
to
yeah.
everyone else, like all these other countries, like.
That's what it definitely would affect like our public image, yeah, because like you said, we're the top country,
Yeah.
and to have even a former leader that close to death is really
Yeah.
bad. That's something like you hear in Latin America.
And I feel like it's also like we're supposed to be the United States of America, you know, united. Like we're supposed to be as one, e pluribus unum. You know what I mean? And it's like we're the most divided. I feel like in my whole life we have ever been. And I'm young. I'm young for sure, but it still feels it feels wrong.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were gonna say we're the most divided country, which I don't think so.
No, 100%. No.
But we are definitely the most divided we've ever been, probably since the Civil War.
yeah,
Around there.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna have another Civil War?
I think it's definitely possible. The way things are headed right now, yeah, for sure. But I feel like it's just like each political party and each side is like so, like there's so much hatred towards the other, and there's not a lot of respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's an immaturity with the two political parties and even leaders like today too. It's like there's no respect towards the other. Like you look at a presidential debate, like from years ago, there's so much respect between the two.
Yeah.
Like they're always like, and then you flash forward to today, they're talking about golf swings, and then one of them steps down, and the other is like, he deserved to step down. Like there's no like. Usually, if somebody steps down, you say, oh, thank you for your service. Like thank you for serving our country. You don't kick him while he's down. Like I don't know. It's just I feel like there's a maturity thing there, and
I think a lot of it is because we're like in the media age. Even when Obama was in his like election run, the media wasn't so powerful that they needed like all this attention. But I think as time progressed, especially in 2016, when like things like YouTube were big, Twitter was big, they needed like a reaction, kind of like clickbait stuff, and that's kind of what they did in real life. Like they were like throwing shade at each other just so that they could get attention and then increase their chance of winning the election.
Yeah, it's all for attention, right? It's all for
a lot of it is.
all for clicks.
But yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna get to that point where it's just gonna change one day. Gen Z is definitely. I don't know if you've seen Kamala Harris's campaign so far.
I haven't.
But it's very, very, directed at the like people our age. Very.
Young people.
Yeah.
Target audience is young people.
Dude, her banner for her campaign on her Twitter account. Is do you know who Charlie XCX is?
Nope.
She dropped an album called Brats. It's like if you're above the age of 30, there's like a 99% chance you never heard of her. But that's like what her banner is, which I find so funny for a political figure that big. Like she's in the run for the president, not like governor of somewhere. And
think of all the people that are our age about to vote, and we don't know. Like it is kind of smart, and she's the first woman. Like if she gets elected, she'll be the first woman president, let alone the first black woman president. Yeah. So like, and a large number of Trump's following is like black votes, and he would gain or she would gain a lot from
from stealing from Trump
just
in a way.
from being
what she's doing is smart, but I'm interested in seeing how it plays out, because it's the first time I've ever seen a president targeting people my age. Like the references she makes on her videos, like I said, if you're above a certain age, you just wouldn't even get it. And it's kind of like, what is this? But it's for people like us. So it's interesting. I'm interested to see how it plays out. And I still remember, I honestly can't believe we haven't had a woman president. A lot of countries in like the last 20 years have had some at some points. But yeah, I remember the 2016 election. I remember everyone at Vina was so mad that Trump won. Dude. It was so funny.
And we're like 10 years old. Like,
It was
trying to put
wait,
us-
who? It was 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 5th grade. Yeah, because he got inaugurated 2017, which was the start of like. Yeah, okay. What teacher do you have? Did you have? Do you remember?
I had Chavez.
Chavez.
No.
So we had the.
Right? Did we have Chavez?
Was I in your guys' class?
No, you're in Dr. Deadman's.
No,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
not
Dr.
I
Deadman's.
was not
I was in
Deadman.
Deadman's, and then I switched to Chavez.
It's honestly insane how she would like.
That's a
she would
sick
make.
name.
No, you know, yeah, for sure. But she would make kids like. She would correct them if they didn't call her Dr. Deadman.
Oh, yeah,
Like
no.
trying to like flex her doctorate
Doctor,
to like
doctor.
10-year-olds. It's just kind of
She
crazy.
was the first teacher that like was like I knew that was like stern.
Yeah,
Like
she was
that.
strict,
That's a
for
sick
sure.
name. I thought of it when they Dr. Deadman, bro. That's sick.
Yeah, my sister
And-
had her, I think.
really?
Yeah, and then my brother had Chavez.
Mm.
See, Vina was also like a family school for me.
Yeah?
too.
Oh, yeah.
All my siblings went there.
All the way to what's it called Harsborough,
Houghton.
Houghton.
Hmm.
Where did I get Harsborough from? Houghton. Yeah, so you just follow the track. Anyway, I remember. Well, I'm assuming we had that class together then, Miss Chavez, but
Hmm.
she gave us an assignment to keep up with the election online. I swear.
Oh yeah, watch the debate or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
yeah.
And I remember watching with my grandpa, and then yeah, everyone thought they were gonna get deported the next day.
That's so funny.
I wonder what the demographic was of Vina, because here at
Mhm.
Poly, I looked up at the website. It was 96% Latino
Yeah.
at Poly.
I would assume it'd be similar to Vina.
Mm.
What I'm remembering is a lot of
I remember you and Oliver.
Oliver.
the only
Oliver.
white
Oh yeah,
people.
that bro. I remember Oliver. He was so. I remember going to his house for the first time, and like meeting his family and everything. And they were like straight. Where was he? He's Swedish, I think. I think he was
I think he was
Swedish.
Hungarian.
Hungarian? Oh, that's
Hungarian.
right. That's right. He was Hungarian.
Hungarian,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember he had like green Kobe's too, like the shoes.
Really?
I thought they were sick. Like I wanted some. And we watched Tintin together.
Tinted?
Yes, Tintin the movie.
Oh, Tintin.
Yes,
Oh.
I remember. That was like that for some reason that stuck in my brain. Oliver, Kenneth too was really
Oh,
tall.
both of them were like the two tall ones. I
Dude,
remember
they were massive. And then it was like Kenneth, Oscar, and Andrew were like the three like trio that would always do everything together. I
I
remember
forgot
that.
Andrew. I do remember Oscar. I went to Oscar's house, I think after elementary for like a birthday. I remember he was big into football, and he still is. Yeah, Oliver. Do you follow him?
Oliver. No, I don't. I should.
He's
I
a
need to
pilot.
get into. He's a pilot now.
He flies planes. I don't know.
Is
if
he
that's what
getting
he's
his
gonna
pilot
pursue.
license?
I'm
Because I think
assuming.
it takes a while to get your pilot
Yeah,
license.
and a lot of money.
Yeah.
What was it like meeting his family? You said they were, and then you just never finised.
Oh yeah, they were like really Hungarian, is what I'm saying.
really?
Like yeah, his
Like-
mom had like a really strong accent.
Really?
I think. I think he had a sister. I can't remember, but I don't know. It was fun. It was a fun little.
I
Play
could have
date.
sworn I went to this event in at the YouTube theater right next to SoFi for this YouTuber, and some girl got called up because it was like a group of Twitch streamers. You know what those are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they needed someone from the audience, and they chose some girl. She went up, and then I was on Twitter after, and then someone found her Instagram, and I went to go check it out, and then Oliver was following her.
Was it
And
somebody
she
we
w-
know?
No, but Oliver was following her, and she had, I don't know if it was the Hungarian flag in her bio, but it was somewhere on her profile that I knew she was Hungarian, and I'm assuming that was like a relative or something.
Yeah, something
That was so
related
funny
to
though. I was
Oliver.
like, dang, that's
Wow,
funny.
That's really cool.
That's
Small
how I
world.
remembered about his existence for a little.
Twitch
Yeah.
streamers. Wow.
Yeah.
They get a lot of
Twitch
money.
was so big. I think it didn't fall off, but it's definitely way lower now. But during like quarantine, when you were addicted to,
Minecraft Bed
Yeah.
Wars.
they were at their peak, dude, because that's all everyone
Yeah,
did.
but I never watched like.
Never?
No, I never watched like a full stream. Like I've seen clips. I've seen like, you know, like I know who's who, but I've never like watched a full stream.
Me neither, except for this one dude. His name was Ops, who I look you want on this podcast. I'll reach out to
Ops.
him. He was a Fortnite player, and I would watch his streams. He was from New York, so he started at like 9 a.m. his time for us 6. I would wake up. My dad would go to work at like 5:30, 6:30. I would wake up because he would wake up. Like it was coded. It was hardwired in my brain. I would wait there for like 20 minutes until he left the house, because if he found out I was awake at that time, he'd get mad at me. So I would wait until he left the house. I'd get up, I'd go to my phone, and I'd open Twitch, and I'd just watch that dude from 6:30 a.m. and his streams were like, what, 6-7 hours, up until like 12, 1, like 2-ish.
Wow.
The whole time.
Whole day.
I'd be showering with the stream in the back. It was crazy. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. But I don't know. He was like the first streamer that made me like laugh. It's when I'm watching something that's supposed to be funny, I think it automatically makes it like 10 times harder to make me laugh, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
A lot of the time, I laugh at things that are like unexpected. Like if this bro just were to collapse, it'd be kind of funny because that's like not something you expect.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're like like when you're watching like like your guard's already up. For
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like you're kind of sensitive.
Yeah. It's like
you're
a
not,
higher
like,
filter.
Yeah. And then like random stuff.
But like that bro, he made me like audibly chuckle. And you know something's funny when you laugh and you're by yourself. If you're with
Yeah.
And he was just a goat. And I'm still subscribed to him. I'm paying $5 every month for like the last 4 years and 1 month. That's crazy, dude. But yeah, I want to reach out to him, and maybe if he's ever like in LA, just have him on. But yeah, that was the only dude that I watched fully though, because like you said, some of these people go for hours.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like hindered, slowed down, because people have stuff to do. Yeah.
$245.
245. Over 4 years though. Yeah, that's $5 a month. Doesn't sound too crazy to me, but I guess that adds up. Yeah, it's crazy though. What we were talking about something right before. Oh yeah, Oliver. And the whole people thinking they were getting deported.
Do you guys remember Do you have Miss Bouquet? I think you did, right?
Yeah, second grade. She scared me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember she had like a clan of ukulele players.
Yep, I was in that.
You were?
Yep, I was in that. It was
who,
me.
Who else was in there?
It was like
Oscar
me.
in there?
Yeah, me. Oscar. It was like It was like
Okay.
it was like, but it was record. It was like It's not a flute. It's not a flute or a recorder. It's like, how do you describe it? It's like it's
It's
plastic.
the black one.
Yeah, it's black and white and plastic, but it's not like. It's like a cheaper version of a recorder. I forget what it's called, but there was that and the ukuleles. And you would like start with the recorder or whatever, and then you would move on to the ukuleles. But it was like me, Oscar, I think Andrew was in it for a little bit, Yvette, Allison, Amanda, maybe Kenneth was in it for a little bit. I'm definitely forgetting a lot of names, but I feel like those were the people I interacted most with.
And how often would you guys practice? Was it Tuesdays?
Yeah, it was like one day a week. It was one day a week after school. It'd be after school. And then I remember it was also, I think the ukulele was a different day than like the music. Because like there was a music
I was in that
department
for a little.
with like I played trumpet with Joaquin.
too.
I remember.
Joaquin, bro.
Joaquin, dude.
I remember that, bro. I wonder where he's at now.
I wonder too. He was smart.
Yeah? He
Yeah.
always wore shorts.
He wore cargo shorts. He wore Keen. I remember he wore like Keen hiking boots, but like they weren't boots. They were like shoes. They were like sandals. They were like
Yeah.
Keen hiking sandals, and then cargo shorts, and then like
he was blonde, right?
yeah, blonde with a bowl cut. That was like me before. Like I was blonde with a bowl cut before at the start of elementary
That's
school.
so interesting. Hey, do you know what school Yvette is going to?
Yvette? I'm not sure. Pomona?
Pomona? I'm not sure. Yeah, Yvette went to like all the schools I went to, so we stayed pretty close. Yeah, dang, bro, that was so funny. I remember I was in that music program with the trumpet, but it just never clicked for me.
There was like trumpet. There was cello. What other thing? Was there a violin? I can't remember. There was no percussion. I remember I wanted drums, but there was no sort of drums.
What does percussion mean?
It's like basically like the hitting instrument. So like
okay.
it could be like xylophone, it could be marimba,
Or like the
vibes, yeah, gong, bass drum, all that stuff. I played that in middle school for my band.
You
and I
did?
did, yeah, and then I did show choir too.
So, do you know how to play instruments?
I feel like it definitely faded. Like I mean, like I've picked up the guitar now. Like I'm learning a little bit of guitar now. Yeah, I got an acoustic. Yeah, I'm gonna take it to college. I have an electric too, but the cable broke to the amp, so I don't.
For real?
Yeah, so
you can't just buy a new cable.
I'm too lazy.
Okay.
I just mess with the acoustic now, like plucking and stuff like that. So.
Do you play with the pick?
Sometimes depends on the song, but yeah.
Okay. What type of music do you listen to?
I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm really into Tyler Childers right now and Zach Bryan, so
Zach
a little bit of
Bryan,
country
okay. Yeah.
right now. But yeah,
What do you think of Morgan Wallen?
I like some of his songs. But I haven't listened to him enough to like say whether I like him as an artist or not. You know,
He makes me want to move to Nashville.
he has a lot of hype, a lot of
Oh
followers.
yeah, dude, he's massive here. He's still massive. 6 months later, he's still massive. Like Ninja.
You and Fortnite, dude. You and Fortnite.
Yeah, no, Morgan Wallen, he has his own bar in Nashville. My cousin works out in Alabama. And to fly back to here to visit family, he has to go to Nashville first. And, like, he says their downtown is, like, active. Like, he kind of prefers it over the downtown we have here. Because it's like people are just out, like, you know, having fun.
It's bustling.
Yeah. Morgan Wallen has his own, like, I guess it's a bar. No, it's a bar. Like, proper bar.
Wow.
That's sick. That's the one he threw the chair off of in the roof. I don't know if you heard of that.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Where I guess since my cousin is in that area, someone told him like a more detailed story where his ex was with another like man, and he found out, and he was drunk and mad, and he just got the chair and he threw it off. It hit the golf cart, dude.
It's crazy.
And you must be like absolutely in a different universe to like do that without thinking of the repercussions.
I know, yeah. Drinking gets you in.
I've
It's
heard.
kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never gotten drunk before, so.
Yeah, me neither, actually. Maybe one day when I turn 21, I'll go out to Nashville. I'll visit you in New York.
You should. You should.
That looks sick, though. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, Red Dead Redemption. You ever play that game?
I've seen it played.
Yeah, just sort of
never
like
played it,
countryside.
Yeah.
Like,
just on a
no
horse.
buildings. Huh? What'd you say?
I said just on a horse.
Yeah, do they have horses in that ranch?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, there's like neighboring. So there's like my grandparents' farm and my uncle's farm, and then there's another one that's like a ranch with like horses.
Okay.
A woman owns that, and my sister did some horseback riding with her. A little bit, so yeah.
One time, my mom was on a horse and then she fell off.
Oh.
And then she told me that you're supposed to immediately get back on.
Yeah.
So that like you don't scare yourself.
Yeah, it's
You
the
don't
same
wanna
thing with like a
fall-
car crash. Like
Yeah.
as soon as you get in a car crash, like they say it's best to
get on the road again.
get behind the wheel again so you can like.
Yeah.
are
It's
you
a true
at?
thing though because look, no, because think about it like this. You can hear us well, right? Think about it like this. If you fall off a horse, which is the same thing for the car crash. I guess since you laughed at the car crash one, I'll talk about the car crash. If you get in a car crash and then you refrain yourself from driving again, that anxiety is going to build up to the point where you no longer want to drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same logic with falling off a horse. If you fall off the horse and then you're like, no, I don't want to get back on, it's going to build up and you're never going to want to ride a horse again. It's important to immediately show yourself that I fell off once, but it's safe. So that you don't get scared and never do it again.
It's the same thing with life too,
Yeah.
huh? Like,
Yeah.
You mess up.
If just keep
you fall
going, or
off,
else you're
like,
gonna be scared again.
Yeah, get up and keep going. Otherwise,
Yeah,
the anxiety is gonna build up.
I have a friend that was in a car crash. I hope he's okay. I found out because he.
Bro,
What?
I just remembered the buses at Vina, dude.
What?
Bus crash every single year. There's a bus crash every single year, I think, except for 5th grade. I was on
Really?
it, yeah, every time. There was one really bad one. We stopped at a stop sign. We were turning. I don't know if we were turning or going straight. I don't remember. Woman drunk. It was in the middle of the day too. She goes. You know how buses like the end of it's kind of like this, where it's like the wheel and it's kind of like slanted up a little bit on the end of the bus. You know what I mean? Where it's like the bus shape is like. It's like straight, right? It's like a square, but then like at the end, it kind of like curves up like this. You know what I mean? Like the end of a bus is kind of slanted, right?
To me, the end of a bus is like just flat. It's
No,
like a
no,
two-foot
no,
flat.
yeah,
Here,
but
show
like
me.
the bottom of the bus, like
You show me a picture.
a school bus.
Yo, guys, in the comments, let me know what you think of my hat. And my safety glasses. Had to stay safe.
So you see how like it kind of slants up at the end right here at the bottom?
I've never seen that.
You know what I mean? Where it's like flat, it's flat to start with, and it's flat like all here, but then like.
The only buses I've ever been on had like the bulge at the front, and then.
Oh yeah, like this one. Oh shoot, hold on. That's like the buses we rode at Vina,
Vina,
bro.
really?
Yeah.
I
Like, you
remember.
mean like this one, right? With the bulge?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so the
they
slant.
had the slant.
Yeah, so we were stopped at a stop sign.
Yeah.
And this drunk lady, bro, middle of the day, she comes screaming in and just like totally just goes shunk, like under the bus. Yeah, and like that thing hit her windshield. Like it was just crazy. Like it was crazy.
Was she okay?
No, she came out on a stretcher all bloody. Like it was bad. It scarred me, bro. It scarred like everyone on the bus too.
Well, you guys saw?
Yeah,
It-
I mean, like, my sisters didn't want me to see. I was with my sister, and she was
Uh-huh.
like, "Don't look, don't look." But obviously, I'm gonna look. Like,
Oh.
when somebody says "Don't look," like, it makes you want to look.
Uh-huh.
Like, obviously.
Wait, so it was do you still have the vision in your head?
Yeah.
So it was after school ended, right? You
Yeah,
said
I think.
middle of-
Yeah, I think we were going home
Okay.
after school.
Wait, but after that, you got on a bus, so you weren't like anxious to.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I wasn't the one driving, so I wasn't very anxious in general. I was just scarred to see that much
Yeah.
blood on a human,
Ugh.
like, and on a stretcher too. Is like when you're like, it's
I
bad.
should have put like a blanket over.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so your sister was there though?
My sister went there. She was older than me. She was 2 years older though.
So
So
what
this
year
would have
was-
been, this would have been third grade, I
third
think.
grade.
Yeah, but there was other minor crashes too. Like cars would bump into us, or like the bus would break down a lot. Like the bus would break down or get overheated or something, and we'd be late to school because of that. Like
Really?
it was like every year there'd be
Overheated in the
something
morning?
with the bus, bro. It'd be something. No, it would be like on the afternoon, I think. But it'd be something. It'd always be something.
That's so
Do you remember Michael and George? The fraternal twins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Oh shoot. I saw them. Oh my god, this was right after quarantine. And Bird, the middle school right there, hosted an event and I saw them. And I was like, dang, I wonder if they remember me. I kind of got close to them, but I never said anything. They never said anything, so I don't even know if they noticed me.
I
Yeah.
saw them at a. at
Was Michael the
urgent
one with the
care.
glasses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then George, yeah, okay.
I saw them at urgent care one
Really?
time. Yeah.
When?
It was like, I don't even remember. I don't know what I was at the hospital for. I think I was at them for X-ray or something on my back. But yeah, I saw them with their mom.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
totally could tell it was them. Like they didn't like they definitely changed, but it's like
Yeah.
you can just see something in their face,
Yeah.
you know? Like
I really want to know when that was because I saw them, but even right after quarantine, we were still not.
I
at
think it
what we
was
are now.
I think it was at towards the end of quarantine. Like I think we still had masks on. I think.
Oh, hospitals always make you wear masks now.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna stay like that. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we saw them like around the same time.
Probably.
That'd be funny. Then. Yeah, dude. And so you said it got, but it was never the bus's fault, right, for the accidents?
No, sometimes, but some of the bus drivers were weird though. Like,
How?
like they would have different rules. Like, some bus drivers would be more strict than other bus drivers. Like one time, my sister said, like before I came to Vina, there was this really chill bus driver who wouldn't make them wear seatbelts. They could crawl under the seats and they could throw stuffed animals. Like, but then again, that could just be my sister telling a tall tale, you know? Like,
She remembers it like
Yeah.
differently. That's,
I don't know.
I went on a bus, school wise, for the first time because I had a program. It's actually where I got these glasses. It was like this aviation mechanic program.
Okay.
And we went on a bus, and it was chill. It was. I don't even know why I brought that up. What was I gonna say? Oh, that some of the drivers, they I was never forced to wear a seatbelt, but one of them said he legally had to say it, so he just said it.
Yeah. You have
But
to,
like
you
he
have to
wouldn't
say it.
actually
Enforce
yeah,
it.
Yeah, that's so funny. I went back to Vino actually.
You did.
Yeah, well, because, you know, I'm in the area, sometimes I pass by it. And also the main road in front of Vina, it's been shut down for so long. They're working on it. And so you have to divert onto Vina Street. That's what I liked about Vina that made me like it over other schools, is that it wasn't on a main street. You had to, like, divert from the
Yeah,
main
it's kind of
street.
tucked away.
Yeah, and I just like that. To me, I like when things feel private like that. Anyway, so I passed by and I swear the school looks like worse. Maybe I just remembered it better, but like the grass to me was overgrown. Maybe it's summer, but other than them painting the what's that one sport called where you just hit
Handball?
the handball? Where other than them painting the handball walls green like 2 years after we left, there wasn't really much change at all.
You remember the kickball game? Like,
yeah.
fifth
Teachers
graders?
versus-
Yeah.
No way the teachers tried.
You have video of that?
I see
Wow.
there's a little videographer back then. Was it the whole thing?
Dude, remember when we went to camp Like that one.
The
Astro
Astro
Camp?
Camp. Dude, that was so much fun. My dad still has pictures. He has like the slideshow on his computer whenever his computer falls asleep. And he still has those pictures come up.
I
I'm
never
like,
went,
bro.
dude. I kind of regret it.
It was so much fun. You should have
Yeah.
gone, bro.
That was just.
Low-key weird though.
Why?
Because like the only way to change was behind a curtain facing a window outside.
I don't even remember that.
It was like
I guess I like blocked that out.
yeah, because like every time we would change, people would like open the curtains and stuff, and
I don't know where you were bunking with,
we
bro.
would both be in the same
Really?
place, yes.
I remember my dad chaperoned that too.
Your dad did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's goated. Bro.
Wait,
Having your
what?
dad
You
there.
like people would open the curtains to
Yeah,
troll?
Okay, there's a window. Right?
Like, what?
Okay, there's a curtain, then a little bit of space, then
Uh-huh.
a window.
Yeah.
And the only way to change privately without going in the bathrooms was to change behind the curtains, but like facing.
Uh-huh.
Right? And some people had to hold it closed because we were bunking with, I forgot, I think it was Michael. And,
Do you have long hair?
I forgot
There was
who
some
it
one,
but
bro.
They were like, they would love to like mess around all the time. So
To
every
troll.
time- Yeah, every time we would change, they would like slam it open.
Bro, that's messed up. It's funny though.
Brought a camera. That was the first camera I ever had.
I remember seeing their laser pointer. You know that green laser pointer
Yeah.
they had that pointed so far up into the sky?
Really?
Yeah, I thought
How
it was
far?
sick.
Could you blind a pilot?
Yes, probably. Like it's like borderline
Yeah,
illegal.
when you can blind a pilot. If you're really-
No, I doubt it, dude. That would happen way too much. Oh, but I guess you'd have to aim good.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, dude. You remember the Jamba Juice Tuesdays?
Jamba Juice Tuesdays.
Yeah. You don't remember those. You have to remember that.
When-
So
where-
it went
where?
away in 3rd grade. I don't think it made it
Oh
to
yes,
fourth.
yes, I do remember this, and I
After
wanted
school?
one so much. I
They-
think I only got like one.
I-
Like
It was once a week. I'm pretty sure Tuesday or Thursday.
Jamba Juice.
And they would sell it. I low-key thought it was expensive. And that was when I realized I didn't really like Jamba Juice. I don't know. It wasn't really too crazy.
Jamba Juice is good now, bro.
Yeah, you think
On a
so?
hot day, yes.
I haven't had it in so long.
You know what? I like boba a lot. You know
do?
boba? Yeah, I like boba a lot. You like boba?
Oh, do you get tea?
It depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'll get like a milk-based drink, like a matcha, or
Ah.
but sometimes I get like a passion fruit green tea.
I don't
That's
like
good, bro.
tea or, matcha.
Uh-huh.
And in turn, classic boba, I don't really like it. I have to get like some funky flavor, like
It was weird, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone starts that way. Everyone's like, "Oh, I like the drink, but I don't like the boba pearls," and it's like,
I've been like the opposite. I just don't like the drink. I don't
Uh-huh.
like tea. I don't know. Do you like coffee?
yeah.
I love
You
coffee.
remember? I think I drank coffee when I was in elementary
Really?
school too. Yeah.
Oh
I
my.
drank coffee since I was like 4 years old, but it's been decaf until middle school. Like,
Same thing with me. My grandpa would make me. It was barely any coffee. It was pretty much just milk and. Oh my god, dude! I would eat so much. You remember how chubby I was?
yeah.
Yeah.
But you weren't like the biggest.
Nah, I
you
don't
weren't
think
the
I
biggest,
was.
But I feel like it's always like the chubby people that like sprout up and get all tall. You know what I
You
mean?
think so?
Like,
Oh yeah, because you have a bunch of this
Yeah,
excess.
yeah, you
Anyway,
stretch out.
Yeah. So, dude, I just remembered I would eat like 5-6 Oreos every day with like a bunch of milk and sugar, dude. And that was like my first introduction to coffee. It was like barely any, but I slowly progressed.
was it you and Miguel who were like obsessed with Mortal Kombat?
I was
It
obsessed
was
with it.
Miguel and somebody else, right?
Miguel had glasses, right?
Yeah.
Kind of chubby. Had like a short haircut.
Yeah.
I always wear a hat.
He and
Always wear a hat.
he and Alex would be together a lot.
Alex
Bryant.
Bryant. I
Walter-
sometimes interacted
Walter
with him.
Alex Bryant, full government name right there.
I remember his dad was from Tennessee. That was all I remember.
Mhm.
And I've been with him like from middle. I think I was with him at Bird, but at Poly. But he wasn't in Magnet, so I never
Mhm.
really interacted with him. Wait, so you were in Magnet Vina? Did you stick with Magnet throughout?
I don't think there was a magnet at Reed. What
Mm.
there was like an IHP, which, bro, those were for smart people. My brother was in that. I was not smart enough to be in that. I think I chose to be in MAT. It's like math something. Oh, math and technology. The A stands for and. It was math and technology. That's what it was.
That's
Yeah, but it was just like
MAT.
kind of generic. It was fun though.
MIT Math in Technology.
Yeah,
That's
math
funny.
and technology.
So, but you were in that?
Yeah.
I was gonna. Why did I bring that up? Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, Walter was never in there. So you remember Walter? Who are the other people? Oh, Allison. One time I saw at church.
She went to my middle school.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
What high school did she go to?
I don't remember. Was it
I know a lot went to that charter.
It was like, it wasn't Verdugo Hills. I feel like it was some sort of hills.
Granada
like,
Hills?
Granada Hills,
Sure,
yeah.
charter, yeah, a lot of
I
people
think
went
that's
there.
where she went, yeah.
I don't really understand how charter schools work. Like, what's the point of the charter?
I don't know.
Do they
I
pay?
have no clue. I think
like
it's
a
more
premium
money.
school.
I don't know.
Oh.
No clue.
Yeah. Well, we could end it here unless there's something else you want to talk about.
You got anything, Caesar?
Your political alignment? Just kidding.
I don't know, bro. I'm neutral. I'm not like, I don't know. I definitely have like different, like, you know how it's different issues make you a part of different, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's kind of just like you can still be like right wing and have left wing opinions on issues and vice versa. So I don't even know.
You know how like the Democrats have the elephant and Republicans have the donkey, right?
It's the other way around.
Oh, other way?
Republicans have the elephant
And
Democrats have the
Why,
donkey.
okay, first of all, why those animals?
Okay, so I actually learned about this
really?
in A Push. Yes, I was part of one of my project assignments. I forget his name. It was some political cartoonist, like way back when, like during like Revolutionary War or whatever, made these animals in like a couple. I don't remember why. It was in a couple political cartoons, and they didn't necessarily represent those political parties, but it caught on. Like everyone loved it. Like everyone loved those animals, and I think there was a lion. Maybe it was a lion to start with instead of a donkey, but eventually it caught on. Like it gained like so much traction that it kind of became his like bit or his motif in his
his work.
political cartoons. What was his name? Like Thomas something, I think. But yeah, it just gained traction, and he just started using that as like his little like inside joke, his little bit to use as those two political animals.
He
But
should have made it like a tiger and a ferocious wild beast.
Thomas Nast.
Thomas
Nast.
Nast. That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, like a donkey and an elephant are just like kind of funky animals. It should have been like, yeah. So you know how they have their animals though, like the neutral party, like no alignment, should have.
Nast first used a donkey to represent the Democratic Party as a whole in the 1870 cartoon A Live Jackass Kicking a Lion,
Yes. See, I knew it was a lion too.
which Nast criticized the dominantly Democratic Southern newspaper industry.
So, yeah, they should have done like a velociraptor or something.
I know. That would have been
Like
cool.
like a T-Rex. I don't know. To me, donkey and elephant are just.
Wait, when were dinosaurs discovered?
Oh yeah, I don't even
When
think
were what?
dinosaurs were discovered back then. Yeah, it was like only the last 100 years. Can you imagine that dinosaur? That whole concept is crazy.
1677.
Oh, so it was before that.
What?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was like eight at
Oh no, that's the
earliest
AI.
eight.
That's the AI one. It's 1812.
Oh, 1812. Yeah, artificial intelligence on Google sometimes like mixes things up. It's learning though.
1812.
1812. Yeah, so 18th. Hey, that's 19th century, right? Yeah.
Because there's always like one more then.
Yeah. All right then. Well, this was an amazing episode. Is it 19 or 18? Can you check right now?
What?
This episode. It's 19, I think, actually. It was a pleasure to have you on our 19th installment of the Chompley Show.
Chompley Show.
Yeah.
One and only.
Exactly. Now we're gonna make a sequel soon. The Bompley Show.
The Bompley
Do you want to make any shout outs?
Door of Hope, that organization, go donate. If you want to help out homeless people. What was another shout out? Houghton University, baseball. Go give them a follow. Go track them. They're pretty cool.
Did they post you?
They will.
Okay.
I'm not there yet, but they will.
They're
I'll make them
PRD.
post me. Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Like it up.
Yeah. Shout out Cesar Martinez. Shout out the Vina bus driver.
Oh, yep.
Shout out, unshout out the lady that got hit. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.